Right now we're going to look at West Keep, which is also called Bay. This one gets 32 supply per minute if the yaks make it every time. That's one from the northwest camp and one from the southwest camp. It's about 5 supply per minute faster than East Keep, and next best thing about this keep is the workers take 36.5 seconds for each iteration between putting supply into the wall when they're doing upgrades, which is about 20 seconds faster than East Keep and Garrison. So that's a big difference. That means second workers not as mandatory, but if you're still getting a lot of supply and you have the camps upgraded, there's no reason not to. The unfortunate thing about this keep is it can be trebbed from Southwest Tower. It is trebbed this way. It can also be trebbed from Southwest Camp over there. And if they're smart, which let's see if these people are, you can treb 2 walls at once. So you can see this fortified wall is going down, and this fortified wall is going down too, but they're not going down at the same rate. So one of these trebbers is not aiming correctly. They should both be aiming right here. They can hit both walls at once. This will cost a lot of supply to repair because it's a fortified wall. So they're draining even maybe 30 supply total per hit when they're hitting both walls. If you think about the repair cost. Now we're going to look at this gate. Of course, there's 3 gates you can enter. There's the southeast gate, northeast gate, and what they call worm gate, where it's southeast. Pretty common to put arrow cart back here, right where this one is, and you can just use it like that. This one's a little bit tougher to reach than if you were to put it right here, and that's why they put it there. Then this is also another great arrow cart spot because it's also a little bit tougher to reach when it's with this design where you have this piece in front of you, and you can also just use your camera angle, and this will actually be an issue for this arrow cart. You control Shift H when you're on the arrow cart though, and just hit it like that. And of course that's southeast gate. There's also a very good catapult spot. Of course, you better be sneaky when you're doing this. Hopefully you're not spotted. You build catapults right on this wall. It turns out they'll also reach that wall over there. You can't click on it from this far, but that's a wall. And the catapults, once they take this wall down, you just max range with the catapults and they'll still reach that wall. Of course, if you've been spotted early and they have arrow carts up here, then they're just going to hop on the arrow carts and they'll just take down your catapults. So you have to be quick and get the wall down immediately. Of course, after you take the wall down, you can have people not on catapults go up top and clear all the siege up top. And then continue on when those catapults are down. Of course, if you get inside and you end up not getting the keep, you can always try to clear as much siege as possible on the outer and even the inner if you got in the inner. And then have your mesmers hide the hiding spot. You just work your way around here, and your mesmer can hide anywhere in here. Typically you're going to hide like towards the land, but down below, just kind of bordering it, and it's a lot tougher for them. There's no reason for them to go there. They only go there if they're specifically searching for mesmers that are hiding, which they will do occasionally. And I'm going to end this so we can save our keep. We're also going to look at Watergate, which is really water wall, I guess. Over here, there's 2 walls here, and you can actually build siege here. This is a little bit tougher to get on top of, I guess, and you can build siege just like that. Of course, that's a ballista, but you would catapult just over there or over there. I don't typically do this because I'm going to catapult a wall. I'll catapult over here where I'm hitting 2 walls at once, or over here where I'm hitting 2 walls at once. Of course, you can swim below and you can get inside. If obviously it has to be your keep. You should hopefully know that. And now I'm inside. Now we're looking at the northeast outer gate here, and you can see there's a wall here and there's a wall right here. So you can catapult 2 walls at once if you're over there. Of course, there's a mortar here to counter the catapults, but if you get the catapults up quick enough and they're hitting the wall, they'll also hit the mortar as well, and the mortar will go down pretty quick. Of course, you can build an arrow cart, nice part in the back of the stairs, but the catapults are back far enough, the arrow cart won't reach it, and then the arrow cart will also could even get taken out by the catapult. So that's how that works. This is actually a very nice gate to defend because This piece goes back pretty far, so you can place the arrow carts all the way back here, and then just use your camera angle. Because your interface is like this, you're usually going to want to build it kind of on the left side, and use your camera to hit the arrow carts like that. You got the cannon, the mortar. The mortar typically in this spot doesn't do very much. You can even build an arrow cart back here too and reach those people. I would say right back here is the best. Take advantage of that lengthy wall. You have some land up here that you can build siege. Unfortunately, it's kind of too far if it's like rams and stuff. Now you could, I've never seen it done, but you can absolutely build a catapult here and just have it face this way and just catapult down the rams. Work very well actually. Because you're not catapulting your own gate, you're actually damaging the rams, so that would work pretty nicely if you wanted to do that. Now we're going to go check on Worm Gate. They call it Worm Gate because the veteran worm is dead. It usually spawns like right there. So now we're at Worm Gate, and there's really a lot of nice spots for siege over here. And if you build like an arrow cart like right here, there's no way to AoE it. It's very tough for them to AoE siege. This wall, it's not as long as the northeastern wall, so you can place arrow carts here and use them, but it's not as advantageous. They're a lot easier to reach. You can place an arrow cart here too. You can work the camera and fire just like that. That'll work too. Cannon, oil, cannons. There's 2 cannons. Remember, you've got to take those out quick if you're in an alpha. Here's what makes taking this side easier. So you can build siege up here and take down their siege up top. So now I can clear all siege up top of my ballista, and the arrow cart won't be able to reach. So this is actually a very good gate to hit. It's a lot easier to hit than the northeastern outer gate because you can just build a ballista here, target the siege, and take it all out. That really makes this, I would say, the easiest gate by far to take down. Now we're looking at the north inner, which you get to from, typically you enter either the northern sides and you just go swim over here. We'll just go ahead and enter, and we'll take a look at this here. So we'll notice that there's not a lot of great siege spots here. This wall is not very lengthy. That's unfortunate when you're trying to place arrow carts really far back. So you're going to want to place an arrow cart here typically, and then you could even place one like even here and hit them over here. So if you have an arrow cart here, if they want to AoE it, they have to walk all the way around and go to here to AoE it. Some of them will try to AoE from over here. They'll have a tough time figuring out that they actually have to go around, depending on the quality of the commander and the players. You can see there's a wall here and here, so if they've broken in but they can't push the gate because of the siege, they could always set up catapults over there, or trebuchets up there, and if they're hitting the wall they want to hit both at the same time, just so you take down 2 walls and more supply to repair if you, for whatever, don't capture it. Now we're going to the center gate and taking a look at it. You have the 2 staircases. This piece is pretty big. That allows you to build an arrow cart here, and this is really tough to see and to reach if you build one back here, and you can hit right in front of the gate. You can also build one here and AoE there. It's also extremely tough to reach. So you can already see this looks better than north gate. Same thing on this side. You can build an arrow cart here. It's tough for them to reach. Don't build a ballista there. They can just AoE it pretty easily. I don't know why there's one there. And you can of course also build an arrow cart here. So that's the toughest gate to get in without doubt. We're going to go ahead and take a look at south gate now. South inner they call it. There's a catapult spot here that's kind of common. Of course, if the wall is fortified, you're not going to do it as often. You're not going to attempt it as often. You can just build catapults over there, have them catapult this wall down. It's very rare that there's siege here. Of course, you can build an arrow cart, even like here, and that'll counter the arrow carts. So you only catapult this wall if there's no arrow cart here, or if you can take it down. And then this is actually a good spot for the arrow cart because you can reach over there. You can work your camera a little bit and it's tough for them to reach. They have to recognize that if they're going to reach it kind of over here, they have to actually go around to reach it, as opposed to reaching it here where all they have to do is AoE this piece. Of course, here would be another okay arrow cart spot. Whenever you have this design with this pentagon shaped thing, you typically want it right on the back piece of this. It's just harder for them to reach it, increasing the distance between you and the other side of the wall closer to them. And that's pretty much where you would build siege. So this would probably be the second easiest. I'd say the easiest for the north, and the hardest without a doubt would be that center gate. It's very common that they'll build a trebuchet here on top of the supply depot, and they can go treb their own gate. They can even, if the enemy side's trying to build trebs up there or catapults up there, it'll also reach them, so that's why they build them on top of the vista.